and cute. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about this door real quick. It's so nice. It's like a modern barn door. It's basically a solid wooden door, but what makes it look like a barn door are these little elements. So they're not necessary, but they were put there for that aesthetic, para makuha yung vibe na yun, that style. And actually, speaking of doors, the sliding door. So they're just glass sliding doors na kinustomize to make it look like French doors. Again, for that added farmhouse or modern farmhouse style. So these are some of the things that you can do if you wanted to make a house that looked like this. Today, we have a brand new house and lot for sale in Verdana Homes, Laguna. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to another Presello open house tour. So as you can see, we have a very lovely home today. And there is no gate because there's no need for one. We are inside a very secure and private subdivision, again here in Laguna. And well, you still of course have your main entrance, which is very, very charming, as is the rest of the home, which you will see in a bit. But for now, let's check out what's outside. So you have here your 2-vehicle carport, very easily accessible from the road, so you don't have to be bothered by, again, opening or closing a gate. And then here on the ceiling, we have these really nice textures. So you have pin lights instead of having maybe 1 or 2 light sources. You have several smaller ones, which at night looks really, really nice. Actually, even during the day, it still looks very nice. Over here, we have access to the side and the service area of the house. Let's explore that later on, shall we? Let's go to that side first. Over to the right side, we have a footpath. I mean, you don't really need to go here yet, but again, this goes to the side. So basically, you have access around the perimeter. But again, we'll see that in a bit. For now, let's look at the main entrance. So you have here a very nice and solid wooden door. Quite high as well. This is higher than your usual. And you notice anything? It kind of looks like a barn door, right? A modern barn door. And upon entering, you'll be greeted by this really bright and airy space that's both modern and rustic. So yeah, that is already a spoiler. The house is basically a modern farmhouse, and you'll see why. Okay, so over here we have some storage and shelving, perfect for putting your, let's say your alcohol, etc., your family photos and little trinkets. And then for shoes or storage, basically, here, let's open this one. I got it. So perfect for your shoes, your things, or the things that you need to put in your foyer before you leave the house, etc., and more storage. And then over here we have lots of open space. So on this side, we have your living area. So it's partially enclosed. You have a huge window on this side, and then your sockets on this side. So this is where your TV will go. You also have an arc over here. So it's up to you. You can decide to close this off if you want to. Although, that of course your preference. Comment down in the comment section if you would rather have this closed off. Personally though, this being an open area, it looks lovely. Then over here is your dining area. So this is your centerpiece. You put your dining table over here. You can fit probably a 6 to 10 seater. It's up to you. It's a really big space. All right, and then from here we have sliding doors that look like French doors, except these slide open, which will lead you to your outdoor seating area or your patio or lanai. And over here we have an accent wall made out of slate and marble stones. So this actually took a while to make because they individually had to cut the stones to make this accent wall. And isn't it just nice? All right, so from here you have access again to the side of your house. Sides, actually both sides. And then this continues, like from the back, you have a nice footpath that leads to your service area. Speaking of which, let's now head towards that direction via your kitchen. But first, so check this out. So these French doors are made out of PVC, wood composite, and check out the grain. So it's made to look like wood. But yeah, again, it's PVC, so it's gonna withstand water damage, right? So rain, especially since it is an outdoor panel. And speaking of panel, this is actually customized. So you're not really gonna find this in stores because they had this specifically made for this house because they wanted it to look like French doors to suit the aesthetic of the whole modern farmhouse. Ganda. All right. Now from here, we have your lovely kitchen. How nice is this kitchen? So you have counters on either side, lots of storage, and then your sink. Look at this gorgeous stainless steel sink and faucet. You have your provision for your refrigerator over here. And let's look at the side. Okay. So your backsplash is made out of marble-like tiles. Basically, they're subway tiles, but they're in semi-matte black that has these marble veins. And then this is quite unique. You have here cindered ceramic surface, or slab, basically a slab. So it's a whole slab. It's so nice. I don't know if you I don't know if you can hear it. It's so good. Yeah, so it's antibacterial, it resists staining, etc., scratches, it resists a lot of things, even heat. So this is a really nice surface and not very common, mind you. And then to contrast all the dark surfaces that you see here, we have some medium wood. And it's such eye candy, no? And on top of that, you have a nice chandelier in the middle. Of course, your light source isn't just that. You also have drop lights or pin lights to help light the entire kitchen. Although right now it's not really needed because it is daytime and a lot of natural light is coming through the window. Okay, so from your kitchen, we have a door that leads to your service area. Your service area also has the same wooden composite as the one in the carport, or the eaves rather. And then over here, we have your built-in sink with a quartz countertop. And then this is essentially your laundry area, your dirty kitchen / laundry area. So your provision for your washing machine is over here. All of the wiring that you will see similar to this, it's specifically for your CCTV. So may abang na for that. And then again, this is the pathway that leads to the backyard or your patio. And then on the other side, of course, you can see, oh, hold on, there's one more door. Here, you can go back to your 2-vehicle carport and your staff quarters. Now, it's locked and we have things in there, but it has an ensuite toilet and bath. Now, the thing that I'm gonna leave to your imagination is the fact that the staff quarters also has high ceiling, just like the rest of the first floor. And the materials are basically the same as the rooms that you will see later on. So it's really nice. This is a very, tawag dito, hindi pinabayaan yung staff quarters. Alright, back to the kitchen. Or back in the kitchen. And then now you have a view of the ground floor from here. So, right, it has these rustic elements that's been modernized. It's smooth, it's still grainy and textury, but still very sleek. So they've somehow managed to create this look that's very farmhouse, but very modern, very trendy, but also very timeless. It's kind of amazing. Check out the main stairs. Just look at this flat bar, how they made it curve. It's so minimalist, but still has that rustic character. So yeah, you even have these little details. Right? It's so lovely. It goes so well with your stairs, which has this bleached colored wood. It's both light and bright and rustic. But before we go up, let's head down. So 2 steps down, we have here a guest powder room. Isn't this sink so cute? So it's a square it's a square matte black sink with gilded edges. Well, it's not really gilded, it just looks gilded. And then you've got your brass fixtures. And then your water closet over here with, again, a brass bidet. Comment down below if you love bidets, I do. You also have a window over here, an awning window, which still has a screen. So that's really nice. So kahit na maliit lang yung bintana, hindi nila pinabayaan. Because still, right? Every window needs a screen. And your 2 steps here still has lights. And you might notice that the breaker is right here, which isn't a problem because, pro tip, you can put a nice painting over here and it's gonna look so chic. Okay, let's head up. So your main stairway is so bright thanks to these windows, both here and behind John and Josh. So these panel of windows, the 2 up top are fixed and then these 4 are awnings so you can open them. And all of them have your screen, pull-down screens, which are all slow close. So satisfying. Of course, you have this nice modern chandelier as well. Again, that's both rustic and modern at the same time and goes so well with the rest of the house. Here's the window that I was talking about. This one does not have a pull-down screen, but it does have a sliding door screen, sliding screen. Here on the 2nd floor, you still have high ceiling, and that I think also helps with the light bouncing everywhere, making things feel so much brighter. Speaking of light bouncing though, if you'll take notice of the wall, it's nice and diffused. So it has this eggshell-like texture that's matte. So it bounces off light everywhere in the hall without being glaring. It's very soft and diffused. Okay, oh, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you need help selling your property, simply go to our website and look for the tab, Sell My Property. All right, so this is the master bedroom. And you have more of everything. You have more of the diffused light, so much natural light. You have more of the windows with the pull-down screen. You have the sliding doors that look like French doors that lead out to a balcony at the front of your property. Oh, it's so quiet. So your balcony is about this big, as you can see. You again have more of your rustic but modern lighting fixtures, and your slate and marble stones continue here, as well as your wooden eaves and more of the black accents. And going back inside, you'll be able to see your built-in wardrobe, floor to ceiling. Lots of storage up top, And then you have brass handlebars to go with it. And there you go. So these are made from marine plywood. And then you've got these natural grains on the surface. Right next to your built-in wardrobe, we have an ensuite toilet and bath, where you have a vanity, some storage, a partially enclosed shower space, your water closet, and then your huge sink with a very pretty mirror. Oh, by the way, the air conditioning units are already included, so you don't have to worry about that. They're already installed. Over by your corridor, we have more storage, again with that beautiful grainy texture, again made out of marine plywood here on the inside. And then you have the brass handlebars in here. So it would be really nice to have your coffee maker in here as well, so that in the morning you can just make some coffee, go back to your room, maybe stay in bed a little bit longer, right? Then in here we have your common toilet and bath. So check this out. Of course, you have your partially enclosed shower space, your water closet, and your sink, which, by the way, also has a quartz countertop. But what I noticed going in here was they used two different kinds of wall tiles. So you have this gray and you have this marble. So that might look a little plain to you in contrast to this, because it's, again, marble stone texture, right? But if you look at this a little closer, you'll see that it's not just plain, it has specks in it. It also has texture. I love how they work together though, right? It's still very minimalist, very modern. It still has that rustic vibe. And over next to the common toilet and bath, we have bedroom number 2. So you have your provision for your air conditioning unit, wall type, window type. And then wow, it's so bright. So it's a corner room. You have 2 huge windows, sliding windows, again with your sliding screen. And then you have your built-in floor to ceiling over here. So very consistent. Your built-ins are basically the same throughout the rooms and even in the hallway. So for consistency's sake, it looks very, very pleasing. Then next to bedroom number 2, we have bedroom number 3. You have this much space. It's still a corner room, but the windows are different. So you have here a more narrow vertical window, and then here you have a more squarish one. But both of them have sliding windows or panels. And then your provision for your window type air conditioning unit. Wow. Oh, sorry, mic. And yeah, let's just look at this one, because I really like this one. It's so bright. I mean, technically you already saw this earlier when I came out. I'm just admiring it now. Anyway, it's time for a recap. I forgot to mention these. So you have some aesthetic beams throughout this entire area. So again, it looks very minimal, but it adds to that rustic vibe. So many things in here are both modern and rustic. So you have your beams, your built-ins, your chandelier, and especially this. This is genius. Okay, so you have 220 square meters of floor area and then 200 square meters of lot area. 3 bedrooms, 2 toilet and baths, a powder room here on the ground floor or under the stairs, and then a staff quarters with an ensuite toilet and bath. Your ground floor is basically your entertainment area. So your living, your dining, your kitchen, your service area, backyard, and your 2-vehicle carport. And then you have 2 stories. And then you don't need a gate because you are inside a very safe and exclusive subdivision, which is Verdana Homes here in Laguna. So if you're anyone you know is interested in a house like this, especially one that looks like this specifically, because this is a gem. Okay, share this video to them, or if you want to see it for yourself, send us a message or go to our website at www.presello.com. Invest in your future. Invest with us. Invest with Presello. Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here. And if you want to see more house tour videos, click right here. And we also have this new thing called Working Lunch with Presello, where I and a few random people talk about a few random things related to real estate. So if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you click right here.